Thanks, Steve. I think Adrian's got something to do. If I look at his stomach, he's taken half of those tomatoes. You'd wonder why we would spoil a workshop that's so positive and full of good things by having a short 15-minute discussion on insurance. Because it is a grudge purchase. I think it's safe to say we all hate paying insurance. But in the short time that I've got available, I'm hopefully going to give you a different insight into how insurance, first of all, fits in with Rtms. Secondly, how you can use Rtms to actually save money. And finally, just some words of wisdom, I think, to take away with you, how to avoid having a bad experience with insurance. And guys, I must just tell you, the market at the moment is particularly hard. Insurers are ruthless. I'm a broker, by the way. I'm not an insurer, so I'm allowed to talk like this. They will, if there is a massive major claim, they will give it a good go to find a legal reason not to pay that claim. So in the short space that I've got, I hope you'll take something away. Those people, congratulations, those people that have become certified. I trust by now you put a lot of pressure on your broker to get recognition for that certification. Those that aren't certified and are thinking about it, hopefully I'll tip the scale when you see what the benefit from insurance point of view is going to be for you to be certified. So, just to recap, the DNA of insurance and Rtms are very, very similar. By now, you would have heard a number of risk management issues. The OneLogix presenter outlined it beautifully. I could take that presentation and just take it to insurers and they would just rubber stamp that immediately as a risk management protocol. And then the important thing is, let's see how we can save money and avoid repudiations. There are two things. Both elements, insurance and Rtms, focus heavily on risk management. Starting with the driver, his wellness, his behavior, using modern technology, the telematics cameras, to measure the driver's behavior. Obviously building in protocols like driving hours that protect fatigue, all those things coming to it. Maintenance of your vehicles. It's a warranty on your insurance contract that all vehicles that they're insuring are only insured if they are roadworthy. Regardless of whether it's got a COF or anything like that, if they find it to be unroadworthy, we've got a problem. And Rtms addresses that whole system. Overloading, the same thing. If your vehicle is involved in an accident and it's overloaded, they can prove it's overloaded, the insurer is unlikely to pay any claim. And there's no, it's either loaded legally or it's overloaded. So there's no leeway. And of course, Rtms addresses COFs, PDPs, the validity of driver's licenses, and these are all areas that could rear up and bite you in the event of a claim. So what I'm trying to show you here is by being Rtms certified and adhering to the Rtms system, you are inadvertently taking care of any likelihood of having a naughty repudiation. The other element is both insurance and Rtms can save money. And that sounds crazy. How can insurance save you money? But let's have a look how we can actually save a bit on insurance. As I said earlier, I trust that those people that are certified have already been to their broker and their insurers and asked for a significant discount on their premiums. Because, guys, I want to tell you, I've been in the insurance game a number of years, and if you look at the profile of someone that is Rtms certified, insurers will be standing up in a row to get that client on board. All the elements of Rtms, the fact that it's voluntary, it tells you what that person's profile what type of person he is, and insurers want them. What happens with Rtms certification, and you've seen all the stats that have been published this morning, you bring down your frequency and your average cost of claims. So you don't have as many claims, and the claims that you, or accidents, and the accidents that you have aren't as severe. Which obviously leads to efficiencies with downtimes, etc. But what it also does is it brings that famous word, loss ratio, it brings that loss ratio down. Loss ratio is simply claims divided by premium. So whatever your claims are divided by the premium you paid, that gives you a percentage, that's your loss ratio. If it's over 100, you're going to get a letter very soon. And they will do all sorts of funny things to your premium and your excesses. If you can improve your loss ratio, you can reduce your premium. So remember that. Once you start getting to a sophisticated level where you can, over a period of time, accurately forecast your claims, what causes the claims and the cost of those claims, you can start looking at other means of insuring, alternative means. And there are a number of them. Not all brokers will readily come forward and offer these alternative programs because they come with a reduction in commission. But I'm just telling you, and we could spend another 15 minutes talking about these alternative structures, but there are. And very quickly, it's like a deposit premium, profit share arrangements, aggregate excesses, etc. Self-insurance methods. Those are all things that when you get to a certain point, you qualify for that. And it brings down your insurance dramatically. And obviously, avoiding costly repudiation. So repudiation can cripple a company. I've seen it. If an insurer walks away from a claim, guys, it leaves that operator in a terribly exposed position. And my final slide will be just to look at the more common reason for repudiation. Roadworthiness. So you've got a contract of insurance which is made up of your proposal, your policy, schedule, and the wording. Those are the three elements of your contract. In the wording, stuck away in that big, fat, thick document, will be terms and conditions. And it says very clearly, your vehicles must be maintained in a roadworthy condition at all times. So I don't know whether you've heard about the tire, the tire and brake watch, Fleet Watch tire and brake program, and that's proved that 66% of vehicles that get pulled off at random off the road and tested for brakes and tires are unroadworthy. So, that's a disturbing fact. If you have a major prank, he tests your brakes or your tires and they're unroadworthy, they're likely to walk away from that claim. Expired certificates of fitness, also lovely, easy to check. The assessor's going to make a name for himself. He's going to find out, oh, sorry, we don't have to even entertain this claim because the COF's not valid. Driver's licenses. We have to find a way of checking your driver's license, the validity thereof. Don't wait until there's a claim and then find out that it's actually either expired or it's a falsified driver's license. Again, an easy way for an insurer to avoid pain. Tracking devices, if your vehicle's stolen and it's found that your tracking device is not working, they can walk away from that claim, and they probably will. And these days, they also read your wording. It says operational and monitored 24/7. I don't know, be careful and make sure that you are actually adhering to that. I've mentioned overloading. We've got to find a way to ensure that we're not overloaded because they will use that against you. And then finally, I slipped in that famous auto word, and that's going to have, over time, when it eventually becomes effective, and it has been read into law, but it hasn't, actually, we don't have an effective start date yet, but it's coming. And auto is going to create a problem because that affects valid driver's licenses. So if your license has been endorsed 3 times, it's suspended. And a suspended driver's license is not a valid driver's license. So if you're not aware that your drivers have had 3 or it's gone up to 13 points or 12 points or whatever it is, and it's suspended, then you are exposed, and it can become a problem. Likewise, your truck, if your truck's accruing these points. So I'm just warning you guys, try and make sure that your business is geared going forward to measure the influence of auto, and remember, if your driver's license is suspended, it's a non-valid driver's license. And I have checked this with insurers, and they will apply it on that basis. They're going to consider a suspended driver's license not valid. So I hope that in the short period of time that I've spoken to you, that you're able to take something back to your operations. We're going to be trying very hard as a steering committee to facilitate better insurance packages and the peripheral stuff that goes around it, driver training and everything else, particularly for the smaller operators. Without sounding, it's the smaller operators that struggle to put these things in place, and I think that's going to be a challenge for our committee going forward, is to facilitate somehow certification and everything else that's required to maintain a certified fleet. Thank you for the opportunity to talk to you.